Hi, beautiful people. This is Sasian here from Consulting Sasian. Okay. Have you ever thought about how you prepare yourself to meet your Mr. Right? Because we have the idea of what we want. We know exactly what we want in a man. We know we have it written down. We got everything right. But now, how do you prepare yourself to actually meet that Mr. Right? Okay. This next audio is basically on how we can prepare ourselves to meet the ideal man, our Mr. Right. How we can attract that person into our lives. Okay, so please stay tuned. Thank you. How Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back as we continue with this topic. Let's jump into it. Okay, how do you prepare yourself for Mr. Right? Okay, basically, this is basically putting yourself in a mindset for you to be able to forget the past and close the last chapter. Normally, people normally advise women to at least give themselves a break after a bad breakup or end of a previous relationship. Okay, most people take their time to kind of complain about what happened in the previous relationship. They complain, they always like blaming the other person. The woman will blame an ex-boyfriend for everything that went wrong in her life and in that relationship. So number one, that's the first point here, that we need to prepare ourselves in a sense to positively release a relationship. So it never work out. So what next? You prepare your mind by saying, that experience, number one, that experience taught me a lot about myself. Okay, it taught me that I really don't know what I really want in a man. It taught me that I've attracted the wrong person because I really don't know what I want in a man. So, what next? What can I do? So, intentionally, I will make a list now of all the things that I desire in my man. I'll revisit that list and try and revise it as well, because our needs always change. A person can want a specific type of thing, and then later in their lives, they actually desire something different. So, if when you're preparing for your Mr. Right after a bad breakup or a bad relationship, the first thing to do is release that relationship. Number one, release it lovingly and don't complain. And say, well, now I'm ready to actually work on attracting my ideal man. Right? So, number two, I revisit the idea of who my ideal man is. Right? Then, number three, I will figure out on where is this ideal man. And you know what I mean? If he, for example, is an ideal man and he's a person that is fit, healthy, and strong, and he's very, very worried about or focused on health, okay, it's more likely for you to find him in the gym. It's more likely for you to find him in the sports field. It's more likely for you to find him in maybe in any sports activities. That's where your ideal man is, right? So you need to focus on that, okay? You need to focus on where is he, where can I position myself, because that where is he situate simply means is how can I position myself. So again, ladies, there's different types of women out there with different types of needs, okay? If you're a physical person and you desire a physical man, then you should probably follow this route by positioning yourself where you'll find this physical man, right? So already you've already released your old, right? And you're thankful for what happened and you're now learning. So now what you're doing, you're positioning yourself. You're positioning yourself to meet the right person that you desire to meet, okay? Then you start the process, okay? Well, now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to those places and I'm going to open myself to actually date a guy. So meaning I'm not going to be like put off, and snobbish and stuff like that. I'm going to go to these, for example, these gyms open to meet new people, and then I'll be open to meet them by being friendly and open. So I know exactly the type of man I want. And I'll only be saying yes to date the guy that I desire. Right? Because that's one of the things that women make mistakes around that, is that the fact that they don't um, stay on what they want. They wishy-washy. Okay, so your list says you wanted this type of man, but then you tend to come and kind of say yes to any man that comes your way. So you see a guy and you know that he's been in the gym all the time and he's very committed in his health. Then you see the other guy who just comes in now and again and is not really serious. So which one should you approach? Which one should you be connected to? The one that really serious about health because you desire a healthy man, a man that's more focused on his health, his physical health. So why would you go and connect and with somebody who's just the opposite? So unfortunately, we tend to lose focus on what we want. So you need to not lose focus and focus on what you want. So you know that this is the type of the guy that you want. You're preparing to meet him now. You've already positioned yourself. You're there in the gym. You're there all the time. You're watching and see which guy is cute, which guy actually fits your profile. Okay, besides being a fitness freak, maybe he's a person that's friendly, outgoing, and he's also a career person, but he goes to gym every day. You see, he's somebody that drives a certain type of car, but he goes to gym every day. So all those things are very important. So you need to consider all those things. So you'll meet up with the guy, you've now positioned yourself, right? You open yourself to meet this guy, your desirable guy. You've forgotten about your past. Do not carry the past relationship into this new experience. Now, that's why the first part of you getting over and forgiving the past and learning from the past should be a reasonably long period where you actually decide that this relationship that I had before didn't work out. However, I'm forgiving that person, I'm moving forward, right? I'm releasing him from my life. That's a whole process on its own. And maybe I could make another audio video on how to release the person step one, and I can go from each step and work on each step. But this audio was basically about the general concepts of how to prepare yourself, right? So you're releasing him now. You also revisited what you wanted, and then number three, you actually now positioning yourself. So once you position yourself, it's very important because you know what type of man you want. For example, if you want a party person, obviously you'll go to nightclubs, you'll go to parties and all those things, right? Because you want somebody that also enjoys nightclubbing and also enjoys house parties and all the other stuff. So that's different. So each woman will want different things and you'll position yourself differently. If you're into intellectual guys, right, then you'll maybe go maybe into a chess club or something like that, meet people that are more intellectual, or you'll spend more time in events like, how would I say, cinemas and stuff, where people talk about concrete things. You know what I mean? Like on how to, for example, make your life better, how to start a business or something intellectual like that. You see, so everybody needs to position themselves in terms of what they desire in a man. Okay? So once you position your man, you have more chance yourself, I mean, you have more chances of meeting that person because you positioned yourself. You see what I mean? My personal experience is totally different because I am a physically challenged person, so I can't go out there all the time to all the events and everything, right? So what I did, I opened myself to more options of using online dating. And online dating can also be controlled because you can also decide on what you want. And in a man, while you're there, you know which side to go to. Certain sites are better than other sites. So if you want a wealthy man, you'll go to a site for wealthy single guys looking for a partner, or those corporate sites, whatever sort it may be. You see, it's all about idea specifically on what you want and desire in your man. You will find your ideal man in his natural environment. If his natural environment is in the gym, you will find him there. If his natural environment is in a library, you'll find him there. If his natural environment is maybe in seminars, because he's like working on improving himself a lot, so he goes to all these different seminars on how to start a new business or how to improve your business, or how to improve your life in general, things like that. So that's where you'll find your man. You see, so that's the positioning you need to actually put in place, right? Because at the end of the day, that there's different type of men in different places, and if you're a woman, you need to know exactly what type of man you want, right? For example, if you want a man that's godly, you probably go join the churches, the local community churches. to try and see if you can connect to the Pacific guy that's godly, that's God-fearing, and loves to go to church and stuff like that. So that's where you also you might be able to meet your ideal guy, because again, remember, all this with manifestation and meeting your ideal man is about putting yourself out there, right? You need to be sure of what you want, and you need to be able to position yourself in those specific places where you can actually meet and connect with your ideal man. Okay, so once you have done that, so you position yourself, then the other things will fall into place. You will probably meet up with guys, and it might not take a day or even 2 days, or maybe in a month, maybe it'll take you some time. However, when it comes to finding your right man, or connecting or attracting your right man, you need to be open. You need to be open and have a number of options. Maybe also online dating, you can try that. You can prepare yourself. You can even meet your ideal man in a supermarket if you present yourself in such a way. You never know where he is. However, you need to understand where he is possibly will be positioned, you see. So if he's a businessman you want as well, then maybe you should also join business forums and stuff. Like, you can actually connect to different people. You see, that kind of different businessmen here. But anyway, let me stop this audio right here, because it's quite an in-depth topic, and I will be making more material, more content on this, on the different type of steps you can actually use to prepare yourself for meeting and attracting your ideal man. So please look forward to my next audios. Okay, if you want to reach out to me, you can get me on social media. That's Boyce Cecian. It's BOYCE Cecian, CECIAN. And you can also get me on my website called Consulting Cecian. Consulting Cecian, CONSULTING. Cecian, CECIAN. So it's consultingcecian.com. You can get me on my website as well if you're interested on seeing my content on my life coaching and what I really coach on. Okay, and thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day. Thank you.